In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes. I needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Welcome to Blerd's Eye View. Blerd's Eye View is a podcast that covers geek culture and everything in between from a POC point of view. I'm your host, Chris Fury. With me are my co-hosts, DC and Candy B, but that's not Candy B. She's actually out on mission.
Eyes, motherfuckers.
She'll be in shortly.
My way.
She'll
Against all this time.
Way too beardy for that. Way too beardy for that.
You get to rub it in her. You get to rub her in her face when she comes back from mission.
She had to save her beard too today.
What? You think it's game? You think it's game? Get fired on these bitches one time.
One time.
There you go.
You can say this
Oh my gosh, y'all are amazing.
But with us, we do have the great pleasure of having our guest here tonight. He's one half of the podcast duo, Blerdicorn Speaks, which can be seen on Instagram. He's also a fellow cosplayer, best known for cosplaying Patriot from Marvel Comics, and affectionately known in the cosplay and podcasting circle as Frosty Beard. We welcome Montel Thompson. Thanks for coming on, Montel.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. It's an honor. It's always an honor to pop up here. You know, when my brother calls, I come.
Yeah, it was touch and go for a second there. We had a little snafu, but we worked around, and you came through on the clutch, man. I appreciate that. So,
or I think it's becoming one of my my superpowers. It's always
I was going to say that's no super ability. Time travel.
That's my quirk.
Clutch.
That's my quirk. He's got a quirk called clutch. What the hell is that?
So how's it been going, man?
Man, it's been a blessing so far. You know, I've been grinding between, Angie and I doing Blerdicorn Speaks, and then I got my IG lives, my Blerdicorn convos, and then Twitch streaming, and then YouTube. It's been crazy. The grind has been hard, but I've enjoyed every single second of it.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, I've been watching, and we always been. I've been on your show a couple times. So, but tell everybody out there who don't know, we'll tell them about Blerdicorn Speaks and Blerdicorn Combos.
Blerdicorn Speaks is a podcast by my partner, Miss Angie, the foodie, and myself. And we talk about geek and nerd stuff from a blurred standpoint of people in our age limit, in our age group. So we give it from our standpoint, being long-standing blurs and nerds. And we talk about everything. There is nothing off limits. And we get very opinionated, but we also throw facts in there. And we bring good people on, and we have really good conversations. And I enjoy her and partnering up with her. The Blerdicorn Convos, I started on Instagram, a little over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to use the platform to spotlight Black content creators, cosplayers, gamers, artists, musicians, anyone who is adding to the positive levels and to the community at large. And I wanted them to be able to connect with other people who may feel like they may not even be acknowledged. The key thing is I want you to be seen and to see.
Right.
And it's been a blessing. People have come on there, and folks who are well known and people who may not be as well known, but they're getting the love they deserve. So, and I've been doing that, and that's what I wanted to do. Just create that platform so I can be that bridge, and I love it.
That's what's dope about it. And I've watched you and seen some of your combos, and I'm just it's lighthearted, it's fun, it gets to the point, it's putting exposure out there. As we were talking before the show, you know, getting other POC creatives out there that have this kind of platform, you know, and talking about the thing that we love. And like your setup, I love people talk about my setup, but I love your setup, you know, and because it's bright, it's, you know, and like, and I'm gonna show some of his pictures right now. Like, here's his Patriot, like as like it's dope Patriot.
I swear I lose my breath every time. My boy Sam Famagoyan from SF Designs took these photographs, and I that's my ace number one photographer. If I ever need someone, I'd be like, yo, Sam, I got you, fam. I got you.
Yeah, and these are really dope. And for those who are unsure if he actually looks like Patriot, here's a side by side.
I knew you were gonna do that though.
Here's a side by side. So when I say something, you know, going the distance there, you know, it's amazing. It's some great. You have great stuff. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
It just amazes me. It just does. DC, what's been going on with you, my brother?
I quit my job.
Where's the applause?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I said it so nonchalantly because
it's been a thing.
Apparently people are jealous because I'm free now. So
right.
Randy's still trapped in the Matrix. Shout out to her for being my Morpheus.
The Matrix.
Wow.
I had a good meeting this morning. Can't talk about it too much yet, but some big things are coming down the pipeline for all of us.
Right. How can I be a part of this? I want to be a part of this. Let's
get the red pill. I just been living, you know, getting off early, enjoying life, seeing sunshine and birds chirping and kids playing. It's freeing.
Yeah, so, it does do something, and you got it at the right amount. You got it at the right time.
All this extra money coming in.
Extra money coming in.
Get up and take my money.
Yeah, like take that money.
Springtime is right around the corner. You know,
daylight savings time, freedom, and extra money.
Man, like that, you got the triple deck going on, man. You know.
Yeah.
Let me say one thing. Black Twitter strikes again.
Yeah, I saw that. Yo, I saw that. And I just was like, wow.
It doesn't take as long. It doesn't take.
Oh, there's one with Wanda with the braids and everything.
Yeah, she looked like Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah.
He looked like a slim. He looked like a slim Rick Ross right here.
Oh my god.
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham
Vision.
So now, Odell Beckham. Did you watch WandaVision, Montel?
Yes, I did. All the way to the end. I even watched the finale twice.
I've watched each episode like several times because there's so much going on. And here, let me say something about that. I like being proven wrong in this type of situation. I'm glad that the theories that I had, with the exception of Monica and Agnes or Agatha, I was wrong about everything else.
Yes.
And I enjoyed every bit of it. Every bit of it.
I for real, I ain't gonna lie, from the onset when I knew the show was coming on, and even the title is a play on words. If you actually watch the show, it's literally Wanda and Vision doing WandaVision. And I said,
yeah,
this is gonna be a freaking roller coaster. I can see this right now. Here we go.
And that's what it was. It was an emotional roller coaster. For those, you know, if you haven't seen it or if you didn't catch it,
boo.
You know. Yeah, look.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
I couldn't have put it better myself. Come on.
Blasphemy.
It's straight facts. If you are a comic book fan, you need to watch that. That is required viewing.
It is. It's required viewing because it leads into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. If you were expecting the big bad to show up, this is not Marvel's Endgame. No. Not a wordplay. It just came down.
Ooh, that's clever.
That was kind of spicy. Ooh, that was spicy words.
But they play things very close to the chest. They would not say, and this is the big bad. I mean, look how we got Thanos. It literally took several films for us to get Thanos. It literally almost took us 10 years to get Thanos. Well, not that long, but yeah. So there was teases, there were drops everywhere, everywhere it went. So why would anyone think that they would drop the main villain in one show, for a televised show?
Did they?
And I'm with DC on this one. It's like, you still see the breadcrumbs falling on the ground. Yes. You still see them falling.
You get the breadcrumbs. You definitely get the breadcrumbs.
Oh, for real. And I will say this: the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done something and will do something that a DC cinematic will never do, and is be patient to tell a story.
Actually work.
Well, besides that, we know that machine is broken. But Marvel's working the long game.
That 500 pieces.
How many Superman and Batmans have we had? But
look, Natasha says she hasn't watched it. I know I failed.
No, that's my friend right there. Come on,
get hold of this motherfucker so I can make sense of all this.
I can't make sense of all this. How, Sway?
Marvel has been patient enough to take the long game to
Marcus,
tell the story.
Sorry, Marcus, I didn't see that. I quit my job because I needed freedom. I needed more time to be able to do.
For those who wanted
this,
there you go. He said, "Why'd you get to quit your job?"
I was
at a
job.
Don't get
going
back.
He's working. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, but going back, I was at a medical supply place and I was working day and night and day. I was slaving, so I took a pay cut to gain my freedom. I sent them an email Monday night. No, I wrote the email Monday night. I rolled over and went to sleep on it. I woke up about 1 o'clock in the morning, hit send, and I ain't looked back since. I took them all the equipment. I started a new job Monday. I took the week off. I spent time with my wife. I did things I didn't have time for, like family stuff, being able to do work on a company, being able to actually focus on the show and focus only on the show. So I did it for my freedom. Yeah. I was at DC and I switched over to Marvel, so I'm working now. Like more chips and less headaches.
So
my Superman ain't in no weird purple suit and shit like that.
Stop.
Speaking
but
of
hold on, here's the thing. I was a Marvel fan. I have a Superman tattoo. But Superman Returns soured it for me. And then when they dropped off the whole Justice League, they had comment for it. It's supposed to be this big thing before Marvel even came with their stuff. And then it was just like, y'all let Marvel not only take the ball and run, but y'all looking at them with y'all hands on y'all hips like y'all can't catch them. And now it's too late. Yeah, because at the point where Marvel's at, they are lapping DC. Like they're running in laps. They're turning backwards, looking at them as they run backwards. Usain Bolt style. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's
DC
insane.
was still in the other end zone while Marvel's out in the parking lot celebrating with everybody.
Applebee's drinking drinks and DC still on the field. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Facts,
right.
Absolute facts.
And that's always been the case. As much as fans, we want to have both. Not all fans, but the majority of the fans want both houses to succeed. They want to see Marvel films. They want to see successful DC films. But you can't say, oh, Batman versus Superman was a failure, but we'll give you Wonder Woman. And it knocks it out the park, but then you turn around and be like, oh, we'll give you Justice League, and you're like, what the fuck?
Did they?
Why?
What they gave us was a shit sandwich. They gave us shitty bread, some good meat, and then another piece of shitty bread on top. It was like, it was like horrible.
No, it was a shit sandwich without the bread. That's what it was. You just had to work with whatever they gave you.
It was just lettuce.
It was lettuce. It was a wrap. It was a shit wrap. That's what it was. It was a
wish sandwich.
Like I wish they would have stopped. Like at Superman Returns, took some time off and just really like regrouped.
But they weren't going to do that because they took the success from the Christopher Reeve Superman and the Michael Keaton Batman. And instead of just letting those formulas ride and building off of that, what did they keep doing? They kept carbon copying the same characters with different actors every time, retelling a different story. And Marvel said, the fuck are you doing? Look, okay, we're going to do this right. Don't worry about these assholes. Let's go. And they did that. They ran with it. They ran with
they
that.
have the Martha thing is really what
that was a
like,
sense.
I didn't want to throw myself over an edge when that. Oh, your mom's Martha. My mom's Martha. Martha. Why'd you say that name? What the is this? Like who thought that was a good idea? Like somebody walked in the boardroom was, I got a game changer, people. Both of their moms' name is Martha. That's their common bond.
Like nobody thought about it. Like nobody's really thinking about it because that's not really a thing.
That was shitty. Like you
Pretty
can't.
much.
It
Pretty
was.
much.
But
And
we will know in the next few days just how or a little like we'll know in a few days what we missed out on or what
everything because
I
they're not
watched
even
on
doing a
YouTube.
sequel to it. Like they're not even trying to capitalize on what they. Well, if this
this is probably this is probably their smartest thing. Whatever we get from the Zack Snyder finished product, no matter if it's good or bad, and it's probably going to be good.
Yeah,
it'll probably be good. But
I mean, compared to what we got,
compared to what we got. But and that's bad to even compare that. But and that's right, Marcus. DC's animated is the best thing.
Thank you. I was about to say that their animated universe is prime. No one can touch.
I watched this Shazam the other day. I was like, damn, this is better than the movie.
It is. Well, and it is. And no
I
matter
got a question for y'all.
What's
in
that?
DC animated universe, what was the one DC animated movie that stuck out for you? The one that just it resonated with you from the first time you watched it.
That resonated with me.
I like the Dark Justice. The one
Justice League Dark.
Yeah, Justice League Dark. Yeah,
Justice League Dark.
I was
going to say
that was like a Marvel level film. Like it was so many heroes in that joint, and like just to see the story that they told from like you think they're gonna win in the beginning, like this shit's over. Yeah. But then everybody dies, or people's died, people's broken. Batman his right hand man to see that story play out. To me,
you're talking about Apocalypse War,
Apocalypse War. Yeah, I knew he's talking about. I was like, yo,
man,
that was a mind blown. That was
a storytelling at its finest. That was DC. Like I don't know, I've seen some other ones like the Death of Superman, like that Superman trilogy. You had Death of Superman, Too Many Supermen, or The Reign of Superman, I think it was. That was pretty good too. But that Apocalypse War, that shit was like a Marvel Avengers type film to me. Like,
that's the first thing. That's the first thing I seen. I watched Apocalypse War, and I'm like, the kids won't be watching this one.
Hell no. Flashpoint was good too. I did like
Flashpoint Paradox. Yeah,
I did like that one.
But they're all. But really, that's the thing. All of them are good. All of them
are source material. They stay true to the source material, and it's not hard to stay true to the source material. I remember seeing Batman.
Well, when you're DC, it is.
Natasha said they gave us a free meal coupon, and the only thing is in the bag was a shitty sandwich with no drink.
It was like a Popeye biscuit in that some bitch.
Bro.
And it was the hood. And it was the hood Popeyes
dry. You ever had Popeye's biscuit with no drink? That shit is hard to go down.
That's why I don't eat Popeyes because them bastards.
They did give us some bullshit, but
I think the one that resonated with me was Justice League Gods and Monsters.
Oh yeah,
I love that. Just they're different people taking on the same titles, which you wouldn't expect, but they still got to work. I'm like, that was brilliant. The Elseworlds. Whole storyline for Elseworlds with DC.
Yeah, they managed to really do their animated film, and their live action shows aren't bad neither.
Black Lightning to my heart, man. Why did it have to be? Why is this a final season?
My wife was pissed the other day when they killed Jennifer.
Yeah,
she didn't know because I didn't tell her. Like I knew she was leaving, but I didn't tell my wife.
No,
I thought she was gone. She was gone, but then they replaced her. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, my wife was like, so why did you tell me Jennifer died? I was like, she didn't. No, China Ann McClain is gone. I was like, oh yes, I heard rumors.
Well, see, I seen her Twitter.
We don't know how Jennifer's gonna be written out of the show, yo. We don't know yet.
Yeah. I seen China Ann McClain's Twitter when they were announcing that.
Well, last year
she was limited in the thing, and it's a thing. It's a personal thing. It's nothing with the show. It's just it's a growth thing for her. And
she was sad too.
Oh yeah.
You tell it really hit her hard. I mean, I got emotional because like she's been an integral part of the show since day one.
Mhm.
I saw her when they did their panels at Comic-Con. Got to meet her at DC and DC. Sweet young lady, really one of the
DC
sweetest.
and DC, that is a hell of a thing.
Yo, but you know what's funny though is that my man Hilton George, the CEO of Blerdicorn, and my brother, I remember the night he called me the night before and said, "Listen, I need you to come up to DC." I said, "Well, hold on, McGillicuddy, hold on. You can't just tell me just uproot myself. This is my life. What's going on?"
This is why DC said, "Yo, that's your superpower. You clutch. That's
Yeah.
your quirk."
I need more pictures of Spider-Man. I'm on it, Chief. That's you, man. You got pictures of Spider-Man just out the wazoo. Don't nobody even know how you get them, but you got them.
Yeah, but that was that was the best. I got to meet Cress Williams. I got to meet Marvin Jones and everybody, and got to interview them. Got to interview Dennis Cowan, one of my heroes in comics.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And now he's like, "You see me again? You call me Dennis. We friends." I was like, "Son of a bitch." I'm friends with one of my favorite artists.
You know what that feeling is?
Titty sprinkles.
That's that feeling. The feeling when you just...
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
I believe him, yo.
You are a genius with that soundboard, bro.
Instead of a bit so good.
But see, well, like I was saying, like their live action stuff, as far as television,
yeah. Let's clarify that.
Like they're Superman and Lois. They're what, 3 episodes in now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, this is really good. Like it's a great storytelling. You know, it's like it's not just Superman saving the city. It's like this man has a family.
Mm-hmm.
He's tackling something he's not used to. Teenagers.
Oh,
And one of them has a social anxiety disorder, and it's the same one who may or may not have full of capabilities of a Kryptonian. You know, so I mean that's a heavy load, you know, and they've changed the narrative, but I love what they're doing. You know,
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I'm the type I would rather get it from someone that I genuinely know loves a good comic story and a character development.
Mm-hmm.
I hate getting from someone who is what I call a Flash fan. Well, that is all right, based on what I saw on the interwebs and the himdoogles and the face page and the my face and everything. They go and tell you that Superman is a communist. I ain't gonna listen to it no more. Why are you reading?
Right.
They're
Who
not.
taught you how to read?
This is the same group of people.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
What the slim doodle you doing over there on the Instaface and the page groups?
The page groups. But yeah, and it does. It's, you know, CW has managed to corner something, and they're doing what Stargirl was really good. You know, it was like a mix of Flash and Arrow, because there's some you're thinking it's just teenage girl, lighthearted adventures, and then some stuff happens. You're like, oh shit, that went dark quick. You know, and you're just like, but I like it, you know. So you're hanging in there, and it's like, once again, great storytelling. Never thought I would like Luke Wilson as Stripesy.
Really?
Yeah. And it plays what Joe McHale was the original Starman. That alone was funny.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, bitch. Okay, I see what y'all doing with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when he has his dying scene, and he's like, you know, take the rod. He's telling Stripesy, take the rod, and he was like, somebody needs to be Starman. He's like, no, not you. Just give it to somebody who's worthy. I'm like, damn, you dying, and you say that.
Oh, damn. Hot. Yeah.
Wow.
You think it's a game? Get fired when these bitches want
Guy said it's trash. Sorry, but not sorry.
Here's the shade before I die.
Marcus said the Stargirl was trash.
Trash.
He's
I'm sorry. Well,
But he's
not
not
everybody
my
would
man
agree.
thinking, but you can't do that now.
But not everybody's going to agree with that.
We're not talking about Miss Jenkins.
But just like some people didn't like the original Crisis. And honestly, I didn't either. But the second one made up for it, in my opinion, because it made it more.
They were building on it.
Exactly.
They were building
exactly. They they made the literal CW universe a part of it with the whole inclusion of all the Earths.
Yeah. And you know, there are two things that stand out from their crossovers, which unfortunately we won't get one this year due to COVID from last year. But One of them was, I think it was the one when it was the crossover when they were dealing with the aliens. And Stephen Amell was saying, this is the most leather I've seen in one picture. And it was like, it was the group photo. Everybody was in leather. And I'm like, damn, that is a lot of leather. I was like, like a biker convention or something.
The BDSM community was loving this.
Yeah, right. And then
the girl was pissed.
Right. And then the other one that stands out is if you watch DC's Legends of Tomorrow, which is literally a standout from any of the other shows, because they kind of poke fun at themselves. Sometimes they're not included into a crossover. And like Sarah will walk onto the board the ship and they'll say, oh, Barry and Oliver called. She was like, and one of the guys will say, like, oh, it's another crossover. Tell them we're busy. You know?
I love that.
I love that they poke fun at that. And they were just like, yeah, they need to scale it down a little bit. You know, it's hard to keep track. But otherwise than that, it just makes it so much fun to watch. And you're just investing and you're just like, oh, somebody over in this network is listening, but somebody over in the cinematic world, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Jeff Johns.
Oh, speaking of which.
Hey, Jeff Johns.
Shut up, bitch.
Let's get into Jeff Johns.
Sorry.
Not just Jeff Johns, but Joss Whedon.
You are the chosen one. Bring balance to the force. Not leave it in darkness.
I swear, of all the stuff that I had been hearing,
too spicy for the nachos.
I wasn't expecting that. I love his work. I will ride hard for Buffy and Firefly and Dollhouse and Cabin in the Woods, and he does his work is great. But with this whole thing with Ray Fisher and him directing Justice League, and Ray Fisher was coming out with all this stuff, and nobody knew what exactly happened, and nobody really still knows detailed wise, except for
what Ray is telling everybody.
Yeah, and everybody from Ray Fisher, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, they're all saying like, yeah, he was kind of a bastard on set. You know, never said what happened. They just said some stuff was not kosher. Even not kosher at all. Like I think his like Charisma Carpenter said some stuff about it. She had a big write-up. You know, she said something about it, and within that same day, Michelle Trachtenberg, who plays Buffy's sister Dawn, came out.
Really?
And said some stuff. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who plays Buffy, actually came out. She didn't say too much because she says, I want to keep my family out of all of this, but I stand with all the victims. And I'm like, that's saying a lot. You know, we don't know what was said, what was done.
Yeah, we don't know exactly, but it's like the details of the situation are being covered, and it's like people want to know what's going on. So
it's almost like a gag order, almost.
Yeah, you know? It's like an NDA on an nth level, you know.
Yeah, you know, there was a young black woman who said something, and then the Jeff Johns ordeal, you know, because he was working on Justice League too, and some stuff was said about something about Cyborg's genitals or something like that, and they were trying to say like that's not really a factor, or shouldn't be a factor or whatever, and he was kind of deciding against it, but obviously that it wasn't a factor because we didn't care to see it and we didn't see it. But
it's not a Dr. Manhattan where we had no choice. It was just swinging all in your face.
Dr. Manhattan. Walk up to the water cooler, you sit down at your seat, this motherfucker walk up behind you. Hey, John, I'm gonna need you to. Hey, man, if you don't get
my shoulder, you literally look up and go, excuse me, can you help me with something? Bro, are you serious right now? Dude?
Hey, man, get the fuck out my face, man.
Right.
What is wrong with you, B?
Like, I'm sorry, did I invade your space? My space, you invaded everything. But it just you know, it was a young woman. She said some stuff about Jeff Johns, and he said some off-color remarks, and I'm using that term loosely.
You mean about colored remarks?
About color, yeah. So when she didn't even work on the Justice, she worked with him on another project, and he said something that pertained to black people, like, oh, black people wouldn't do that. And it's kind of like, I'm sorry, when was the last time you were at a So
what's that one face black folk put on when we hear something that don't make no sense?
Oh, like
it's serious though, man.
Like, I'm like,
how many black people have you been around?
How long have you been black, Rachel Dolezal? I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
I'm sorry. Did you get pulled over by the police the other day too? Like,
Yeah.
how do you know what black people do or don't do?
It's so crazy that
Don't get me started on
we've
that
seen
subject,
it.
please.
Oh man. Oh man.
Somebody said they knew about it. They just didn't do nothing about it.
Right. Yeah. Or
But you ain't
it's
hear that from me because I don't
quiet
like
as it's, yeah, quiet as it's kept. So
That's right. Nuclear uppercuts for everybody. Let's go.
right.
You
know,
need a
so
Burrell.
it's crazy how they manage to. I don't even want to say cover it up or not say much about it, whatever you want to say. But
It was
now
like
it's
this.
got a lot of people talking.
Oh, you gonna give us make more money?
Right.
Go ahead,
Now-
do what you gotta do, player.
And Ray
Yeah.
comes up on Instagram frequently.
He does.
His live comes up, and I say, okay, let's see what he's got to say. And he's talking about the situation. And he's talking about how he feels about it, and everything. And he just wants resolution. Just
Yeah.
come to the table and just be upfront about it, so that way he doesn't look like he's just prattling on like some crazy man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
He's got nothing to gain from
Yeah.
this.
It amazed me. And that's what the thing. I was just like, when this first jumped off, I'm like, okay, what is this brother talking about? Please don't blacklist this brother. I don't want to see him not have a job. It's not his fault that the film was trash.
It was. It's how's your life? Trash. How was the movie? Trash.
Right. It's yeah. It was too much. Who said it? Who was it? CK Brown. CK Brown. Josh's behavior was known. They just didn't do anything about it. Yeah. Because if it didn't just happen on set, it happened
Frequently?
for years.
Literally have the
Even-
blinders on and just keep on moving.
Yeah. Like even his ex-wife had said something about like he has a certain he does a certain thing. So, you know, because Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, Dollhouse, all these were very female-led shows, and making them strong and not have to be so weak looking. And they said no, he's really controlling, and it was all like a front, like it was like almost like a front. And I'm like, are you serious? Like his ex-wife said this.
Wow.
And I don't think she holds any. I don't think she really got any skin in the game.
She ain't got nothing to gain from it. Just people are up front. She's got her life now. So guess what? It is what it is.
Yeah, James Monsters was on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast. Does James Monsters play Spike?
Yeah.
And he spoke on it. He said he remembered him being backed against the wall by Josh because Spike was only supposed to be like a one and done villain, but fans gravitated towards him so well. And he says to me, you're dead. And he probably thought it was as a joke, but he says looking back at it now, he's looking at it with different eyes. It's just like,
now you have all of these voices telling you the same thing about the same person. There's got to be something there. There has to be. So why?
But it's easier to look away than to deal with an issue that's in your face.
exactly. And that's what.
Because if they do something about it, then they're gonna continue to have to do something about it. But if they look the other way, they can be like, "Oh, we didn't know, but he made us, some good money." So, whatever.
And that's what it boils down to is
money.
He made us some good money.
Of all, why he's still in Hollywood
has a
doing
job.
what he doing.
It
broke.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's done anything Harvey Weinstein-esque, but it was damn near close from what I'm understanding. So
when you're looking at the subjugation of this talent, and everybody who has worked for him is saying the exact same thing, there's a pattern. There is an obvious pattern here. And I get that people were like, well, if we just turn away, it'll be like it doesn't exist. How many things in life have we seen this situation where people have turned away?
But at the same time, when the powers that be feel like that talent is worth dealing with, the actors don't matter.
Yeah, I think the only person who really, David Boreanaz has actually said, he supports his ex-castmates and everything else. I haven't heard him say anything towards or about, or David Boreanaz hasn't said anything, but David Boreanaz is like a 6 foot guy.
Yeah,
He's a tall guy. He's a tall, solid looking dude.
Can you
I don't
imagine?
see Joss Whedon getting in his face.
I can see now. You listen here. You do what I say. Bitch, get out my
All right,
face.
here, motherfuckers. I'm gonna need you guys to do what the fuck I say. Ray, get your black ass in here and put the little prosthetic thing on, man. Fuck that shit. You're gonna do this shit.
We gotta get you a soundbite for that one. Like,
man, see, you're gonna do what the fuck I say. See, man.
That's Turd Ferguson. Right Turd Ferguson.
You're gonna do what I say, man. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Man, get the fuck in here, Ray. Man.
Don't give a damn, Ray. Ray, get your ass in here.
These fucking coppers aren't gonna get us, huh? You're gonna get the cheese, huh, Ray?
Put on the transistor crotch and let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Well, you be sleeping with the fishies, fucker. You know what always amazed me about that shit? Those motherfuckers had a whole language. That shit made no sense. Hey, you're gonna get some cement boots. You're gonna get your fitting. Huh? You be sleeping with the fishes. Yeah.
Like, you know, you do realize the cement has to dry for me. You're like, I'm gonna be struggling with you.
Them shits was quick dry. It was like 3-minute dries, and the motherfucker was already in the sea. I was like,
hold them down, grab them and hold them.
I used to work for AWP. We used to watch people lay cement. That shit took 3 days.
Right.
These motherfuckers got motherfuckers in the water in 3 minutes.
They're like, we need to get rid of them. I'm like, do y'all hear anything down at the docks right now? It's like people screaming. It seems to happen every night. Like,
it's a pattern.
The freight cries,
it's a pattern.
Working midnight, crying their life away. I gotta work. That's what they're thinking.
They're screaming again. It's time for Bob Hope. Let's go.
It's time for Bob Hope.
Turn the radio up, Johnson. Fuckers out there crying again.
He's playing the band tonight. We need to get to the part.
And then Hopalong Cassie's coming on. Doggone it.
We gotta get to the Iceberg Palace. Let's go. So, but it's crazy that, you know, somebody who I admire his work. I love his work.
Mm-hmm.
And
so that's the question, because being black, and I have to, is because, you know, the cancel culture is real.
Of course.
Do people still listen to R. Kelly?
I've heard some people.
Okay, exactly. So are you still going to watch Joss Whedon?
Joss who?
Okay.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Honestly,
Who the fuck is that guy?
Okay, so I just want to know, because me myself, once you get canceled, Pepe Le Pew out here homeless.
Well, see, let's before we get to that, here's another thing.
For you, we were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
Oh damn! Wait, is that the same person?
That is the same person. So what's going on?
In the oven.
Yeah. So let's
get some background on this.
So okay. So what's happening is there was a young actress what's her name? Hold on, let me get her name.
Darky Ali.
Oh no, up and coming actress. Her name's Kelly French Parker, 23 years old, from Atlanta. She stays in New York now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a scene in Lovecraft Country where she's playing one of the characters that Tick goes to see. Well, she's playing a younger version of the character. You don't see her. She's in a wedding photo. That's it. It's just a wedding photo that sits in the background. They probably stand over it.
Fire Serenity.
Yeah, and it just, as she said, she was between 2 major stars of the show. She didn't say whom, but she was between 2 major stars of the show, and she said the makeup artist, which we know they do makeup, you know, they do makeup, but she says the makeup was getting darker. She noticed they were talking amongst themselves, and then they had to make the makeup darker. And why are you making the makeup darker? So you can look like this actress because she was that skin tone. And I'm like, you didn't have to do that. You could have just hired an actress of that skin tone. It was a black and white photo anyway, and been done with it. You know,
did she look like her?
Not really. I mean, I think they let them say that she shared almost the same features. But
maybe that's why.
I mean, you couldn't have this sister go to like a tanning booth or something.
They was gonna burn her in a tanning booth, man. She was a little light. To get that dark, she was about to be in there 5 hours straight.
But it's just, you know,
It didn't turn red afterwards, Chris. I don't think you know how tanning booths work, my guy.
I don't, you know, I don't need it. I don't really need it.
Yeah, I mean, we're dark, so you can't go in the tanning booth and just come out, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't toast. You can't just put it in there for it should come out perfect like you want it. Like, it just ain't how this works.
Oh,
it's
my
either
God.
really, really dark or really, really light. There's no in between in the tanning booth.
But it just, you know, me and Brandy spoke about this, and it was just so, it saddened me because we ride hard for Lovecraft Country. You've seen us talk about it.
Are you gonna still watch Lovecraft Country?
Well, see, this is the thing. Whose decision was it to have this done? Was this, how high up the chain did it go?
But does that matter?
It does.
To me, it does. I agree. It does to me too, because
So if the showrunners did it, or are we not watching it?
If I can say it's the casting director, the makeup artist, but the actual or the actual director themselves or the writers of the show, like Misha Green, she just writes the show.
Yes, well, she's a showrunner. So.
That's it, you know. But does she have a pick in who's doing what?
Well, we've got no time for excuses.
You're making excuses, man.
No, seriously.
For that.
Like,
I need to know. Are you gonna watch it?
What, Lovecraft Country?
Yes.
I watch Lovecraft Country because she's writing the show. She has nothing to do with the.
So it's not that it's a big deal, but it's not just.
It's a big deal because it falls into the colorism. It falls under colorism, and it's
this is in reverse because she's light skinned. Usually, it's the light skinned people. Well, no, never mind.
We'll see. Yeah.
No, it's still. Sorry, it's
and
still
and that's the thing, and that's the crazy thing because they even spoke about something like that in the show with Letty and her sister. They talked about like how differently they were treated and how different Letty was treated compared to her sister because her sister's dark skin. So it becomes like, damn, it was almost like whoever the casting director was and the makeup artist, like, I gotta look at this again. It's crazy.
Yeah, pull that up one more time.
For you, we were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
That is a major change.
That is a huge change.
Yeah,
you know, like
that is a huge change. So my question,
that ain't no data book ain't gonna work for that. That's they had to get that exactly dark.
Yeah, so you know, you got to say, okay, whose decision was this to do this? You know, I get it. You put makeup on, like she was probably lighter.
I wonder, and I thought about this too, with shows like Watchmen and Lovecraft Country coming on HBO. They are known for sending their representatives that have the ear of the heads of the company or the board of directors or whomever, and they have to go back and tell them what the status is of certain things, and they'll chime in, and it turns into one of those ultimatums. Okay, I don't like this. Either you do this or we stop doing it. Right. And to me, that's not a fair thing to do. But unfortunately, it is what it is. And if that's the case, I got a feeling that's exactly what it turned into, and that's why that was the end result.
And like she said, she didn't want to say anything. There are so many factors at play here because the young lady,
and she's only 23, so she's trying to stay in the game without getting out the game too early.
Right, she's trying to get a job, and it's probably like her. And this is like a major move for her, and you know she's in the makeup chair, so she doesn't know they're doing this until it's done,
and she can't say anything.
Yeah, you know, so it becomes this issue of, do I say something? Do I have enough pull? I don't even have enough pull to say something.
Got no juice because you up and coming, like you just happy to be here at the point.
You know, and like she said,
you get your foot in the door however you can. You'll take that foot into the door.
Right. And like she said, she was between two A-list stars, two main actors.
A little starstruck, yeah.
You know, so it's just kind of like, are you people saying anything? Or do you know?
Maybe they didn't know.
Back from her mission.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you? Oh, I love that.
Oh my gosh. I waited so long for you to arrive. I'm like such a big fan of yours. Oh my gosh.
I hope you took out Hydra faster than I needed you to.
Yeah, in typical female fashion, I am late. I had to help my mama with some stuff, but I'm here.
So we were talking about
not saying hey like that. DC, don't start.
Oh, he's got a leg up on the
Don't start.
But
I'll leave.
Please don't.
We were talking,
I'm begging you, please don't, girl.
We were talking about well, we'll rewind it back because we were talking about the Lovecraft country. we spoke about the whole. Yeah, I don't have that feature.
Okay, and play.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
Thoughts?
That caught me off guard. I was in the middle of something, and it's like, "How dare you?" I was like, "Oh,
how dare you?" Like I was talking to Chris about it. Like around the time I first heard about it. And at first I'm thinking, this is probably just somebody dragging it because I didn't see the picture and I didn't see how dark they made her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you did all of this instead of hiring a dark-skinned woman with similar features, I don't know where they shot Lovecraft Country, but if it was like in Atlanta or any place like that, that wasn't going to be a stretch. You throw a rock and find a girl that could have fit those features and that complexion. And the fact that they're like, we're just going to keep tinting you in between main actors on this show, mind you. And we're just going to keep doing what? Like
Chris said she did put in the tanning bed, but I tried to explain to him the science of tanning that it doesn't work like that.
I know no science of tanning. I know.
Chris really thought she was in a tanning.
No, he said they could have put her in a tanning booth.
Oh no, Chris, thank you.
But she's a high what we call very high red bone. High
yellow.
Not even oatmeal. Not even oatmeal.
High yellow, and they're just like, let's just Wesley Snipes. Let's just get her there.
Because there's makeup and then there's makeup.
Black on black.
I'm interested to see if anybody's made a statement yet, because I know this is just kind of making the rounds on TikTok. And I'm like, is anyone going to say something or reach out or apologize? Like, clean this mess up, because we held this show to such high Black excellent esteem, and we can't have something tainted, because you already know how it go with us. If one person mess up on something, they ain't gonna let us have shit again, or it's gonna be a big deal if this ends up being a movement. And it's like, make it right. Just somehow, some way, make it right.
Right. It's heartbreaking.
Now, looking at the information of where the shooting locations were for the show. 80% of the show was shot in Georgia. The other 25 to 30 was in Illinois, not far from Chicago.
So really, they were
two blackest hotbeds in America.
You had the color location. You had to get the color. It just
we've got no time for excuses.
They were in two spots where there was the blackest congregation of people in the history of America, like Florida, Georgia, Chicago, California. It's black.
Yeah.
And you look around, it's black, blackity black, brown, white, black,
right,
brown.
So it's just crazy. So
yeah, definitely.
Our main topic is cancel culture and gatekeeping. As we know,
gatekeeping. Yeah,
this week, this young gentleman here was
young Pepper. Let me tell you the story of young Pepe Le Pew.
Oh my God,
Pepe was a young man who loved the ladies.
The
ladies didn't always love Pepe, but he got him some Black by Kenneth Cole, and the ladies went swoop.
and that's generally what has happened. But this is the question.
But one night, Pepe was with Juicy Smouye.
I'm done. I am done.
In Chicago.
No,
you had me, bro. And then you said that. I was just like, and we paused for station identification.
No,
right
the fact that they going after Pepe Le Pew and all these other like cartoon characters for shit that was done in the 90s.
Yeah. This is what we're saying. Like, this cancel culture has gone way too far.
It's the pandemic. People ain't got no time on their hands but to go back 20 years to be like, oh my God, Pepe was out here trying to pimp women. Johnny Bravo was a hooker.
They're doing the same thing with they're trying
when she went out. You went out.
We can't hit and it mutes.
Hold on, I'm about to unmute her. Can you mute?
Anyway.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, she did the same thing.
Lip motion was on point. There was no sound. Lip motion was prime.
I think I work on it. I did it to my kids. It's like real loud. I'm like,
also ridiculous because I'm like, that wasn't for you. It wasn't for your generation. Focus on what y'all got going on. But what's dangerous about any of that is because when everything becomes offensive, it's eventually going to get to that point where nothing is offensive. Like, you're going to go to the other side. And
that's what I'm, you have shows like Family Guy,
which is
that pokes fun.
Oh man, that border, that boundary's gotten pushed many times.
Yeah,
with that show.
I mean, not many people know one of the greatest comedy movies out there is Blazing Saddles.
Yes,
everybody was made fun of, and if everybody's made fun of, and I'm quoting Syndrome here from Incredibles, if everybody's a super, nobody's a super.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. If you offend everybody, then nobody can be offended.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
It's fun too.
Yeah. It's like, this is the game. You better get in the game.
Blood in, blood out.
Until you get to the Karens and the Chads, It's like,
I should say
it. Not the Chad.
Hell no.
I feel offended.
Keep your brand ass potato salad to yourself.
Brand ass,
you motherfucker. You motherfucker.
Brand ass, I'm being offended. Comment to yourself like it's outrageous.
24/7. It's exhausting, and then it makes it like you can't enjoy anything. So anything that should be funny, and I feel like the point of comedians or people that create comedic content in cartoon form too is to give us something to laugh at, some type of relief. It's like we know that rape and pedophilia and all this stuff isn't funny. And it's scary that we actually live in a world like this where any of this can happen. A mass shooting, someone getting raped, all this horrible shit can happen. But a Family Guy can make me laugh.
Wait on a baby boy, help me bring some good news.
Like, I mean, you literally are talking about a show. You're literally talking about a show where the baby has a British accent and is a genius, and you're looking at Lois and Peter like, there's no way that's your kid. Like, that can't be Peter's kid. But you don't question that. You don't question that Brian, who's a talking dog, dates human women. But you don't question
had a human. Let's not forget the nigga had a human kid.
Bad bitches. Brian gets the bitches.
Yeah, he does that too.
And Quagmire
is just what we know him to be.
Giggity.
Yeah.
All right.
You got Bruce, you got Herbert the pervert. Like, this show is full of
it covers everybody in
like you have
nobody,
a
nothing
lawyer.
Is taboo. Nothing is taboo. Everything gets attacked. Yeah.
I remember several seasons ago where they had Brian was dating a deaf woman, and the woman was voiced by Marlee Matlin, who's a deaf actress.
I remember that episode.
The coalition of deaf people, what I don't know what it's called, they were up in arms. They just had this whole article and everything, and they were like, we need to ban the show and ban this episode, and Marlee Matlin, like, it's offending deaf people, and she's like, I'm literally a deaf person, and I am not offended. Neither should you.
There you go.
That's the thing. It's like, what was the mom on South Park, Sharon Broslovsky?
Yeah.
She wanted to ban everything because it's not you want to ban everything. It's just that you want to take up a fucking cause to make yourself look good.
Important. That's it.
Oh my God, if I ban this, they're gonna love me. Nobody fucking loves you. You're just in everybody's business. Like, you're banning the wrong shit. Like, we literally have people going to islands to do crazy shit, and you worried about Pepe Pew trying to get this cat with a white stripe. Like, come on, man, there's bigger fish to fry than the cartoon characters. Miss Piggy. Like,
Miss Piggy.
We're gonna leave her alone because I understand her abusive tendencies. I get it. I too understand that you gotta like choke somebody to get them to see your point. I get it.
My God was 50 pounds soaking wet.
Hey, listen, it ain't easy being green.
I don't know how
he
big
good,
he was,
but did he die though? He crushed
his pelvis. Not only did he not die,
Parker.
he still got it in. So
Yo,
yeah,
Viber
like,
from
Still got
Looney
it and
Tunes,
loved
she trying
it.
to
Like
get them bunny dick
loved
pics.
it.
like she was just he was just
Well, he
pushing
did
up on
find the
him at
rainbow
work.
connection, y'all. You know, the
Yeah.
lovers, the dreamers, and him.
Then,
So you know,
yeah, and him.
And
Great
him.
song. I love
Yo,
that
come
song.
here,
And
here.
me.
It's like, dude,
Someday
what's
we'll
like
find it.
she was just pushing up on him while they was at work. He was like,
The
look, I got a
rainbow
show to do.
connection.
I can't get down with you right now. I got a show to do.
You think
We can
I'll
get
be
down
stinky?
later.
I
We just
don't
can't
want to
get down
do
right
this.
now.
She was like, what's that got to do with me? Let me see it. Like,
So,
Pull it out, Kirby.
pull it out.
She got all bug-eyed and shit.
Then we
Pull
go
it
back
out,
to Mr.
Kirby.
And you go back
And
to
then
Mr.
you know
Herbert.
what? She deserves like more credit because she originally started kind of like that whole lashes, nails, like make, and like
The
she was the
diva
original. She was
attitude.
the
Diva
original.
attitude.
Before the divas like Mariah, before the Nicki Minaj's, before Lil Kim.
She's a trendsetter.
Yeah,
It was she
she was a
was.
trendsetter.
She was. I don't know why we looked at Miss Piggy and we are like, you know what? That's a bad bitch. I too want to strangle my man and wear lashes. And she ended up being like an icon for it. That's amazing.
And
I-
random
amazing.
judo chops. Don't forget the random judo
Random-
Oh
chops.
man, she
Random man.
and with the glove on though, with an elbow like
With the
linked
elbow,
satin
yeah.
glove.
Old
Like, come
school
on.
Scarlett O'Hara.
Very, very old, very dynasty attitude. Like
But
I
then you
love
bring
her.
The young
Then you bring Mr. Herbert
Herbert
into
Oh
it.
my
Bring Mr. Herbert on the Muppet Show. I was wondering where the green leg hoster balls was. Hope you come by and bring us some good news.
They got the library.
Just like him.
Oh my god.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
exactly like it.
They found those kids that was missing in
man.
the woods.
When I tell you I do my voices for a reason, I do my voices for a reason. You never know where you're gonna come up with me going through the drive-through.
We
It's
always
not-
manage. We've been managing to get guests that've been like, who was it? Devon Thomas. With
Oh,
the-
that
with
was
the-
crazy because I wasn't expecting that from him, and I'm like, oh my god. He is like it was like turning the radio station. Look, I'm dating myself. Turning the radio station.
All right,
and
yeah.
getting his parents-
We gonna listen to the Minstrel Show on the radio.
Oh.
Turn it down to 105.2 and get old Jim Bob on the ones.
Listen to the shadow after 6. Yeah, it's very-
Today
I dated
on
myself.
the shadow.
Good morning. It's the farm report from Derek McDougal.
Dwayne
Farmer
Negan,
McDougal.
yeah.
Here's
Oh,
the
Oh,
Come
here's
on,
the
God.
baby.
right here.
With the win,
a
original
pig
win.
wearing cow.
Beyonce could never.
A pig wearing cow and leopard.
Mm.
An oxymoron
I love
like
it.
I've never seen before.
So I
A
mean, but
leather
see,
wearing pig. Damn.
you know, we're joking because it's true. A lot of this cancel culture stuff is an absolute joke.
Man, they going out to Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo was spitting game back in the day. Hey there, pretty
He
mama.
didn't even. He just was talking to him.
He
To be
ain't touch
fair.
nobody.
He
To be
ain't.
fair, Johnny.
Okay, Johnny was
deserved-
harassment.
No way. It was harassment. However, he was getting his ass kicked a lot. Like Johnny
Yeah,
should
he
file
was an
lawsuits
idiot.
because he was getting hit a lot. And I'm like,
I just said she was
He
sticking in
never-
a bowl of grits.
he
and
never-
she just
he
jumped
never
in.
touched
Cold bowl of
nobody.
grits.
and then no lie, some of those lines were funny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Some of those lines, well, you may not get my number, but you know what? I'll let you buy a drink.
I remember when Johnny Bravo first came out and was in 1993 on Cartoon Network. I still remember it. Enough about you. Let's talk about me.
Right.
Bravo.
Yes.
I'm pretty.
Come here, little mama. Let's sprinkle some of that. Here, ha! Come on, let's do that right there. Come on.
Right. You know, it's like you
I
have
miss
Miss
Johnny
Piggy,
Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Who's next?
I
Lucy
love
from the
that.
Peanuts.
No,
Like she was
Lucy
gaslighting
didn't like
Charlotte.
anybody,
Lucy would
okay?
deserve it, okay? Because
Yeah, Lucy was gaslighting
Impersonating
Charlie
the
Brown all
therapist.
those years.
Can you imagine if that was animated now where she did that with the football? Charlie Brown would get up and just come straight, just drop kick her in the head.
And then they would,
Oh,
and then they would come after
I'm gonna
Charlie
say
Brown.
this. I don't want to offend nobody, but Charlie Brown would have been Chris Brown if that was today. I'm sorry. That's not trying to be funny.
no.
That's because that's the way today it is. Like it's crazy because back then they were wholesome cartoons. It was cool. It wasn't trying to hurt nobody. But it's gotten out of a little crazy today's cartoons. And you're not offended by today's cartoons, but you're going back 30 years. Why are you attacking my past?
How
Like,
many?
it's just
For the longest time, Looney Tunes was our Bugs Bunny Roadrunner was our morning was part of our morning thing. You got your hour, 2
I
hours.
love them.
And yeah, and that was the thing. It was slapstick. You didn't take it seriously. You see kids walk around in the neighborhood with these big ass mallets trying to smack each other. You know, and to worry about doing all that. And
We weren't worried
Acme
about
made all
that.
kinds of money. But when I started looking at the cartoons that I grew up with and they were taking out so much stuff. I said, why are you removing this?
He was.
What are you afraid of?
Yeah,
she got the palm. Oh my gosh, I want a bottle.
I downs those things too many times.
Girl,
what is that?
I get the big thing.
They only had this one.
River runs through
they
me.
ran out of
no, wait. Use it for the
ginger
Termana.
soda. I
Use
wanted
it with
in
the
this. They
Termana.
didn't have it.
Nah, that'll run right through me, G. I'm old.
That palm is everything. I get the big bottle like that over here.
Blueberry?
Yep.
I like it. It's my favorite. The palm blueberry. Oh my god.
They have palm peach over here.
Y'all need to shut up. You got palm peach?
Yeah, we got palm peach over here.
Oh,
he's in what? You're in Virginia, right?
I'm located in Norfolk, Virginia, here in Hampton Roads.
If he's in Virginia, I'm in Virginia. I'm gonna move because I need
some peach palm.
The peach. That's all it takes. I'm pretty easy. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much.
Well, you know what? I said it. I said it earlier.
I got
DC gonna everything. DC gonna give me one day.
See now, Candy says she's pretty easy for the palm peach. Let me ask you about this. What do you feel about this?
Oh, that's my baby. Now me and Wanda don't talk no more. Say less, Vision. Say less.
Don't talk no more. Right?
And have you seen like the cosplays that people are coming up with already?
Yes.
I'm loving them. I've seen vendors do it, and I'm just like, this is so great. I love when we black something up that they were not expecting to be black. Because I bet you when they shot that scene, that's the last thing I was thinking about. Like these niggas are gonna run with this.
Technically, Vision's body is made of vibranium, which is from Wakanda, which is in Africa, which
technically
that makes him black.
That accounts for the swag. That's he's
90% African.
Coolness.
But I do
the
have
lineup is crazy.
When we went to the WandaVision stuff, I forgot to point out this theory. You had white vision, and then you had color vision.
Bye.
I know where he's going with this.
I know
where he's going with this.
Now, color vision stayed
my
to fight.
gosh. I know
white
where he's going
vision
with this.
took off running with his white privilege. I am Vision and took off.
Not with his white privilege.
So someone else is white privilege.
Was like, you know what? I'm out of this bitch, nigga. Thank you.
You know what? Thank you for your resources, you magical Negro.
Thank you, Black Sage. I don't need you anymore.
Savior. Yeah, pretty much. I'm better. Now,
go be a janitor or something. Go out there.
No,
and
you go sacrifice yourself. You go die.
Go out there and take care of your kids for once.
The magical. No, she didn't say the magical Negro.
The whole metaphor with the wood got me. Though. I ain't gonna lie. That got me with the wood. If it's the same wood.
Man, my dumb ass was up there like hits blunt.
Y'all shared wood now. Okay, how does that work?
I'm like, you stopped fighting him for that, and then these bitches is going at it.
They was catfighting. These dudes are here having a whole intellectual conversation.
How many times have you seen a movie like that where you see the guys like, yeah, man, you know, I had no problem. You say, yeah, I know, I feel you on that one, and the women outside.
Oh no, DC, you know what happened? We hold on to stuff more. You guys can probably talk something out with your mortal enemy faster.
No, you know what happened? You know what happened, DC?
Huh?
You know what happened?
What happened?
Vision had a Martha moment.
Oh,
they just did it better.
No, they just did it better.
Ooh.
They just did it.
Damn, they did. Fuck,
bro.
You have wood. I have wood. Wood.
They had a Martha moment, and they just did it better. Damn, checkmate, Marvel. God,
unbelievable.
Checkmate.
They
literally
like, oh, so they probably said that they was like, they were probably like, you know what? Let's put this one in DC's face. Let's use the Martha narrative.
Sorry, that just threw me all the way off.
We're gonna flip the coin on this one. And then
am I not Vision and you're not Vision, but we both have wood?
You know what? Somewhere out there,
sounds like one of those old school math problems that used to give me a headache. Like if Billy has 7 apples, I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get this right.
He has
how many ducks were in the house? Wait, what the fuck? Where'd the ducks come from?
What time will the train get there? What?
Somewhere out there Dan DiDio, who used to work for DC Comics, would probably watch that and just spit his soda out talking about, fuck, they actually did it.
But they did it right.
They son of a bitch, I did it, and I don't work for you motherfuckers no more.
Yeah, he was like Theseus ship and then changed it. I'm like, motherfucker, did you?
And then I was like, that's some real shit. It didn't. I mean, but when you think about the character, of course, it wasn't like they were gonna like
it's like it's not
politic about you know, the whole fight wasn't going to happen over something dumb. Like, tell me how you play Uno, the right way to play Uno. Do you double stack the card? No, the fight wasn't going to stop off that. They had to do something that a lot of people had never
want to be a part of that discussion.
I'm fighting. We'd be fighting.
I tell you what.
I will concede. I would be in the corner with a sandwich talking about, she right though.
She ain't lying. She ain't lying.
Be like,
I know when to hold them and know when to hold them.
Know when to walk away
and when to run.
Drop bombs on them.
Drop fire on one time.
You think it's a game? Hit fire on these bitches one time.
One time for the homie. Kenny Rogers.
But yeah, Vision has some dope.
You mean Vision? Say it right.
Vision.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing. It was Vision, and then it was Vision.
Yeah, Vision was deep as hell.
Vision had that swag.
He had some lines.
John had swag,
and I'm like
Vision.
And I loved in the show how even though Wanda brought him back, he was still operating as a separate entity whenever he wasn't around her. And I loved that aspect because that means that particular part of her psyche. Let that be independent so he can figure it out on his own. And I love that part.
Basically, Wanda's a god out here. Like, Omega, like, what are we supposed to do with this?
Like,
she said, who's gonna check me, boo? That was one of my favorite memes, too, when they had, God, how am I forgetting her name? They had her.
Monica Rambeau.
Monica. They had Monica in the meme. Confronting her about the townspeople that came around, and then the meme was like, "What the fuck they gonna do?" And I was like,
"They're all mad at you. They're all pretty mad. What the fuck they gonna do? It's true. You gonna stand back and just be mad?
They gonna stay mad. What they finna do? Shit.
They ain't gonna do nothing.
That's what I heard. What I heard was they can't beat me up though. Can they whip my ass though? Can they beat Goku though? That's what I heard.
This ain't even my final form. Why you?
You bring one of the crappiest fathers in anime into this argument.
Oh my god! I like Goku, but he is a shitty dad.
That shit is. It's up there with people being like, Batman can do anything as long as he has the prep time. And I'm a Batman fan, but I'm like, can we stop? Even in these hypothetical worlds where the two characters will never meet, I'm like, there are some instances where like Batman's going to die.
You mean in all instances,
or come pretty damn close.
Trust me, if you're reading the comics now with Future State and Infinity Frontier, oh my gosh, that's madness, man. That is madness.
That's the thing about DC Comics. They have so much shit going on.
Yeah, Future State right after Batman Death Metal was a crazy thing, and now they're doing Infinite Frontier, which is okay. So what happened in between Batman Death Metal and Future State? So how did Mr. Lucas Fox become the new Batman?
Oh shit, you sound like that one character from Family Guy. I can't remember his name.
The Frog.
Yeah, it was the Frog.
It was the Frog.
Come around here, boy. So you're trying to figure out how he was racist.
And he had the gun.
What are you doing around here, boy? What you doing around here, boy? You think you're neighborhood?
Oh my god!
He was in a spot playing the banjo. The nigga was like, "Get around here, boy."
You don't around here, son. What are you doing around here?
You don't take your kindly to your people around here, boy.
That scene was so funny because it was per usual, so unexpected.
What are you doing around here, boy?
Like, oh shit!
It's
it
did. Shit. I told you when we get together, it's always something crazy.
I love it, man. Y'all make this on a regular. I'll be down with this. Y'all make this regular. Make it regular.
This is regular.
You should hear us when we're just doing
production every night.
Yeah,
like when we're just talking and like
we're like, we need to have a serious business meeting 3 hours
later. Fuck that shit, son.
2 weeks later. Are we ever gonna talk about this?
No. Oh, we never finished that like.
I got a great long ass beard, and Brandy's still talking about some shit we ain't never talked about. Keeping time and shit. 5,000 minutes. What was that song? What was that? What was the time for rent? 1,600, 400 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
5,600 minutes.
Yeah, that's our time. That's how long it takes us to get some shit done together.
I thought
my
you
God.
hated musicals.
Between Rent and Hamilton, I think I got it down.
Oh my God.
Hamilton's the shit.
I love
Hamilton is
Hamilton.
the shit.
Are you like
You
a
know what my
musical
favorite
person in
musical
general?
was? The musical from Team
I love
America
that.
World Police.
I am. I do
Everybody's
love.
got AIDS.
I remember when he performed at the White House, and it was the precursor to the entire thing. And I said, "This is going to blow up." And then I find out Hamilton's coming to Broadway. What the heck? Really? This is a
Hamilton
thing?
had a good ass
And it
run.
was genius from the onset to the end. I said, if you are not emotionally invested in this, get the fuck out of my
I
house.
still listen to that soundtrack.
Get
the
out my house.
soundtrack is bomb as hell. That's why.
That's why I played it half the time. I'm in here creating. It's like, how does a bastard orphan son
Yeah.
of a whore in the sky?
My shit,
Man,
that's-
come on.
Get your right hand man back.
What did I miss? That song is genius. Wait for it.
Thank
That's
you.
my favorite song.
Yes.
Wait for it is the I want to say dare say is the greatest song on that soundtrack, but wait for it. My dude puts vocals on that shit.
Yes,
Real.
he did. He did.
Like,
That
he's-
don't- well, that-
I was
between
listening
wait
to that,
for
I was
it,
like,
wait
damn,
for
I
it.
gotta wait for it.
Wait for it and
One last
in the
time.
room where it happens. In the room where it happens. Wait for it and in the room where it happens.
My
Well, I
three
still
is
need to actually like watch that shit.
oh shit, yeah, I forgot.
No, one of my favorites, All Eyes on Him, All Eyes on You, when he brought Hamilton in there and watched it, was telling what he's getting ready to do. It says,
Mhm.
guess what you do is going to be seen. So
One last time too. Yeah.
man, One Last Time was awesome too.
That
One
song.
last
It's-
time.
That, but talking about somebody put some stank on some vocals, man. Chris
So-
Jackson. I know his name because he sung so good. Chris Jackson
Yes.
is the bald head dude brother that sung that song.
All right.
That nigga put some stank.
Yeah,
Man, I'm
he,
talking
did,
about
he
some
played
stank on
Washington.
you.
He did
The
a
end of that
phenomenal
song?
When he
job.
sang it to President Obama, I'm like,
Yes.
One last time.
How did you not feel that though, bro?
the
Man.
feels in
it
that
holds
room.
a whole different kind of time context. So now we got a special segment I like
My
to call
shot too. Yeah, my shot too.
My shot. Yeah.
I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
gonna waste my shot.
And I did
Okay,
hear that
anyway.
song, and I was like, "Where is this coming from?" Because my homegirl's daughter was listening to it.
My life
and
is
she
stuck
was
between
like,
My
"It's
Shot and
Hamilton,"
Wait
and
for It.
She loved it.
I'm telling you, wait for it is the song.
That's my boy
Like,
Nick.
I
right
still
there,
listen to that.
man.
Like the end of last. I want to say the last minute of that song where he really just started breaking it down and he hit that note and hold that juke joint.
Not
I'm
hold
like,
the
ooh,
juke joint,
shit.
please.
Ooh.
So
Not
check it
Feels
out.
on this song. Woo.
So check it
And
out.
he was
This
talking about
is
cheating
segment-
with another man's wife in that song.
He was.
You forget he was talking about literally cheating with another
I guess
man's
if you
wife.
can put it in a
This
song,
song
it's
is
good
about
enough.
adultery, but the way he
You're
sung
good.
it, you forget that he was talking about banging another man's wife. You're just
Yeah.
like, shit, man, that's
So-
even what this song's about.
So Montel, this is the part we call the lightning round. Brandy will read off a couple of rapid fire questions. There's no wrong answer.
I was switching up because some of them there are wrong answers because some
Oh,
of these
now
are
she
like
says it's wrong.
what? No, because they're not trivia. So I like to switch it to some would you rather's because it got people thinking and even
Okay,
some
okay.
participation from everybody. So I kind of like the would you rather stuff.
Okay, so
Especially
let me
when
play
it's
it.
just an awful
perfectly
thing.
fine.
Let
I'm
me
down
play.
with whatever this young lady likes to do. Please, by
All
all
right.
means.
Energy.
So let me
Please
play.
entertain
real
us
quick.
greatly, please. By all means, yes.
Keep that
Okay.
same energy.
Hold on, here we go. Lightning round.
Holy shit, Goro, Mortal Kombat, motherfucker, this one.
My boy.
That was deep though.
Lightning round. Fight.
That's like a dream.
Like, you've been
come
working
true.
around. You've been around me. How long? That's my
I
voice.
know,
man.
but
been-
just that shit just came out. Lightning round.
Chris,
Like ask Chris. Chris, what are they in boxing? Round
Lightning
one.
round.
Fight. Okay.
On the prize, motherfucker.
Okay.
All right, you're up.
Sorry, go ahead. We'll see.
Would you rather have more time or more money?
More time.
I like that he really thought about that. See, these make you think.
I
Everybody
say
said
more time.
"Hmm."
Because I can make the money with more time, but you build more connections, you can establish more, you build a legacy with more time. Because I'm a father of 4. So I want my kids to look back and go, my dad had a part in that. And I'm
That's
proud
dope.
of that.
Deep and dope ain't true.
You know, come on now with the first question. Deep, and I know that's right. He said, "I got 4 kids."
Long time ago,
No,
back when
man.
we talked on megaphones and stuff.
Basically, when smoke signals. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren?
Damn.
I like to go in the future.
Oh, wasn't expecting that.
I want to see where I fucked up at.
The bloodline is not as thick as it used to be.
Why is your head so big? Oh Lord, who do I gotta wean away from y'all?
What?
We'll get back and fix this shit.
You better not left that lead paint out there again.
One too many pebbly pew songs.
It was that red paint. That's what it was. It was that red paint.
Definitely that red paint. Would you rather so stupid?
Flame blade.
Would you
French fried potatoes.
Fries.
French fried potatoes.
Billy Bob Thornton, thank you.
We can't.
Oh my God.
We cannot. Would you feel worse if no one showed up to your wedding or to your funeral?
Holy shit.
Damn.
So this is implying you invited everyone.
My wedding.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because
I
you
would come
did. You
back
wouldn't
from
give
the
a
grave if
You
someone
really
didn't
did.
show
I
up.
mean,
I
you
put it
come
like
back and
this.
haunt everybody.
I only need 4 people at my wedding: my bride, the officiant, God, and one of my kids.
I hope you would say you, but you know, okay.
Well, I'm already there. I'm already there.
I
I'm
need
part of
4
the
people,
package.
and I'm not one of them.
I'm part of the package. Or even if I only
Runaway
had the
groom.
preacher and my bride, I'm good because the audience is the world. You missing out. Sorry.
Okay.
Ooh, that's deep.
Would you
I believe
rather?
him, yo. I don't know why.
I don't
but
know
I
why.
do.
But
I don't
would
know
you
why.
rather you lose your vision or hearing?
Shit.
I'd rather
know,
lose
that's
I'd rather lose my hearing
Yeah.
because
I gotta hear no annoying ass voices. Sorry, I'm not answering these questions. Go ahead.
No, you're not.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I just thought
can
I answered
still-
for him because that was a good answer.
I put my hand on my ears. I can hear me. He says, "Oh, that matters."
Would you rather be without internet for a week or without your phone for a week?
Damn. Yeah.
without my phone,
Need the internet.
without
I'm
the
not
phone,
gonna go without
because
my phone.
honestly, you get tired of picking this damn thing up. People are like, "Hey, I'm trying to reach out to you." Hey, I'm like, bitch, get away from me. Okay.
Okay. He
What's on
basically said,
Netflix?
my
What's on
phone isn't
Crunchyroll?
dry. That's what
Let's
he said.
go. You want to reach me?
Would you rather become someone else or just stay you? Think we know the answer to that.
I'd definitely be me. I mean, there's
Like,
no
who
way
else
getting around it. I'm stuck.
No, I'm stuck. Bye.
I'm home stuck. That's right.
Would you rather go to a movie or would you rather go to a dinner?
Movie.
How y'all dinner is food.
So,
I can get food at down here. I can go to
But if
Cinema
somebody
Cafe.
else is paying for it.
Somebody paying for it. And I tell them to go to Cinema Cafe. We get both.
dinner and a movie.
I can get a 3-course meal and a movie.
That's
for
well.
$25.
I
Oh,
don't have that here. $25.
Yeah. Welcome to Virginia.
welcome to Virginia, where the players play. We get 3-course meals like every day.
Go to the matinee.
They got
All
it
right.
out here, boy.
Stars. Would you,
A bitch
would
they
you
coming out
rather?
soon is called Hot Shit and Vision.
I mean, write it
Vision.
down.
Hot shit
Write it
and
down.
Vision.
Vision,
would you rather? You gotta say Vision. Would you? That
Oh,
just sound like a
please,
nigga that don't pay child support. So Vision didn't pay this month, right? And
You sound like
just
you sound like a rapper who ain't made it yet, but is still trying.
but still trying.
Oh my
And it's
God.
like every other mixtape is good, so it's like, you're almost
Damn, he
there.
can't give up on him
Won
yet.
me on track 3, but
But I can't finish the album. Would you
gonna-
rather put a
he's gonna-
stop to a war or end world hunger?
Stop a war.
Sorry, motherfuckers, you're gonna start tonight.
Listen,
If you stop a war, then you still have the chance to rebuild. However, you stop world hunger, you still have all the conflicts around. You still got everything involved, and people are still not going to be able to eat anything like that.
And if everybody's fed, they're gonna be too slow to move. They're gonna be all fat. and lazy.
itis.
And then we only have like 2 more
We're giving them
questions.
Luthers.
I'm loving this. Let's go.
I'll take you.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna finish that VA song soon. It's coming soon. I'm gonna finish it just for this podcast.
Bars,
I gotta
right
finish.
now.
The people want the song. Do the people want the song?
Thank
Oh
you
my
for the
gosh.
warning.
Would
I
you-
appreciate that. Thank you so much for the warning.
Would you rather go deep sea? The VA song about to be my theme song. Yes. Would you rather go deep sea diving or bungee jumping?
Deep sea diving, and I'm not doing bungee jumping. That was they did bungee jumping years ago. It's called
Remember
lynching.
Trevor?
I ain't down with that.
Family Guy. Willie, will you marry me?
Oh my gosh! No, marry me. Splash.
Come on, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Hillary,
Hillary, will you marry me?
The fact that I remember is Trevor.
You're like, what? What? Yes.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Did we ever meet Trevor? Did Trevor actually like?
No.
Yeah, remember he was
No, wait.
light-skinned
They
dude.
showed Trevor like twice.
He was the
Cause I'm like-
newscaster.
Okay,
Yeah.
He was
okay.
a light-skinned big
He was
dude.
light skinned. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Curly
did we
hair,
ever
curly
meet
hair.
He had
Trevor?
the weird Willow's Peak and a
Mhm.
half a fro.
See,
He looked
now,
like Gumby. He looked like the
hindsight,
dude from Recess. He looked like Vince from Recess.
let that
he
be a
did.
lesson
Yes,
to the women. No, he did look like. Oh my god.
He looked like Vince from Recess. You're welcome. Welcome to
Oh my
VA where
god.
the players play. We go
Would
to
you
matinees
rather-
and eat like every day.
He's gonna
Let all powers combined.
finish it. Would you rather be the most popular person at work or school or the would you rather be the most popular person at work or the smartest person at a university?
Smartest person.
That's good. I can roll
Easy
with that.
peasy. Smartest person. Because popularity can be connected to idiots, as we've seen on social media.
Yes.
I'd rather let my
Platinum.
intellect lead me and guide me, and I still have my
That's an X
personality.
style.
Right. That's dope.
And would
That's
you
dope.
rather spend the night in a luxury hotel room or camping around by beautiful scenery?
Scenery all day, every day.
You gonna be out
Hawaii.
there with them bears and shit?
You know
They
what?
said camping. They didn't say glamping. Hawaii is glamping.
I've camped. I've been camping.
Yeah.
I've camped. That's actually camping is a lot of fun because you are away from all the bullshit. It is you there. You can hear and feel everything that is
Thank-
legitimately created by God and not by some idiot named Chad.
Chad.
And meanwhile, I'm like, Chad, can I get the hotel room key?
All right.
There's a bonus one. Scott Summers or hot pokers in your eye.
Leave Scott alone.
Are we talking about cinematic or comic book?
Cinematic.
no.
Either.
Pokers in my eyes.
No, put it all together. Put it all together.
Put it all together. Oh,
I
wow.
believe him, yo. I don't know why, but
He
I
already
do.
answered. Hot pokers in the eyes, baby. That's what we're
Oh,
doing.
good. Yay.
Yeah, hot pokers in my eyes. is
Kids
all
want
right.
hot dogs?
One of us.
Kids want hot dogs.
I tolerated him until his role in AVX, and I was like, "You are a bitch ass motherfucker."
Yes!
What the actual fuck is wrong with you, Scott? Dude, what the hell?
Yes! Yes!
I never want to drop kick a some of a character so bad in my life. I'm like, you know what? I want Icon to come beat your ass. How about that?
Yes!
Everything
Oh,
he's saying is
One
right.
of us. One of us. One of us. We hate Scott Summers with a passion. I
Before
tell
we
Scott
get-
Summers every day.
Shut up, bitch!
Yes! Yes! No love for Scott Summers on this show. If you like Scott Summers, this ain't the place to be. Y'all can
Oh
eat
my
back there.
God.
We only had one fan.
Oh,
Chris
yeah,
was
one
the fan.
Yeah,
And,
Chris
and
Dixon
we
was
were
the
like,
fan.
nah.
Nah,
but we
son.
were
You're lying.
nice to him. Before we get out of here, a good friend of mine, Deanna Rahim, over at DK Productions out in LA, gave us permission to use this trailer, Lazarus, that is currently streaming on Tubi. So here we go.
I suppose you're wondering who I am and how I got here. It all began with the night I died.
Where's his body?
Dumped in the alley downtown. Ray Lazarus is dead.
Unlike the others, this was a precision job. The other killings were more brutal, personal.
Who are you? I'm merely a guide, an overseer to aid you in your quest. How do I find the men that did this to me? Me and this man are killers, but there's somebody else. There's somebody pulling the strings, and I need for you to tell me everything you know about it. I think I know who this man is. I don't know where to find him.
He's not a man. Not anymore. She's my seed. You felt power because I placed it in your arms. And that power can be taken away.
Soon you'll know what I am.
Shut up and take my money!
Thank you, Deanna Rahim. She's the
when does that drop?
That is actually on Tubi. It's on the streaming service.
Well, I will see you guys later. I'm going to watch
I want to throw a shout out to R.L. Scott wrote that. China McCoy's actually in that one of those scenes. Over at Deanna Rahim over at DK Productions, I want to thank you for allowing us to show that trailer. R.L. Scott wrote that, and Lazarus is currently on the streaming service Tubi. So,
all right, good night. I'm gonna go watch that.
Yeah, it dropped actually on February 26th. I want to say.
Oh,
so it's currently
I'm gonna watch that.
So, Navy Montel Thompson, we want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you so much. This was a blast. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all.
Yes.
It's a long one. Sorry, I'm too lazy to cut it.
So
just a lot of people and be like, "Oh, soak it in." It really
tell everybody where they can find you.
I am all over social media on Facebook, my full name, but I'd rather people go to Instagram and Twitter under Navy Montel. I'm on TikTok under Rogue Catnip. Yeah, I'm not proud of that. You know, I needed the money.
You're not proud of it.
I needed college and I needed the money. That's all I had to do. I am on YouTube under Rogue Catnip, and I am one half of a very great team, Miss Angie for Blerdicorn Speaks, a podcast found on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, all over the place. And I just appreciate the love. Definitely, I appreciate the love.
That's what's up.
And I'm a Twitch streamer too. Yay!
Yeah. Go ahead.
Does it all.
I stream Twitch.
Sorry, the kids are a little slow. They don't really.
Public school kids.
A Rogue Catnip on Twitch. If you want to see an old man play games and lose his mind, this has been a really good week. I appreciate this, and this is an excellent cap on that. So thank you guys.
Thank you for coming on.
I got to see him as B, so I'm happy. Yeah.
Candy B, where can they find you?
I see it. Yeah. Ladies, if you want to sex me, meet me at the Nacho Club. I got my Cavassier, yeah.
Oh my God. I'm always pushing
people
to it's a really good movie. I'm always pushing people to my IG. So just your Brandy. Brandy spelled with an I, yours spelled with the R-E the right way. You'll see the link for Blurred's Eye View. See the link for my other podcast with the triangle. And you'll also see the Golden Goddess site where we are about to launch some mood boosting boxes and kits for your ever-changing moods and stability overall. So that's where you can find me. Hit me up on IG. Click. Oh, and I'm about to launch some new cosplays and stuff on cosplay page. So
scared the crap out of me just now. I was like,
I forgot. That's what you paused.
secret word.
Oh my God, I loved yelling when Pee Wee Herman would say the word. I love the secret word.
You said the magic word, Contra.
So Candy B _cosplay. I'm about to hit y'all with some shit. So I'll be excited for that.
All right. DC.
Not literal shit, but
yeah.
You can find me every Sunday on What the Shit.
Goodbye to this voice.
It's a man cave. Hold on, don't do that, sweetheart, sweet thing.
No.
No, I'm on What the Shit doing crazy like stuff like this, but a little more out there every Sunday. But actually, this Sunday is going to be very important because we have a guy coming on who's in the same vein or Dr. Seaby or Seabay. I always get that name wrong. Anyway, he's a botanical scientist, self-taught, and he's going to be dropping knowledge for the people about nutrition, health, mental stability, and all that kind of good stuff tomorrow. And then season finales in 2 weeks. So closing their second season, which is going to be amazing because it's going to be star-studded. So if you want to see who's going to be there,
get your ass in.
No comment there.
Right.
No comment there, Buckaroo.
Right.
Also, Smoking Reviews. I'm a producer on Smoking Reviews. It's coming back out Monday with your host, Courtney Duncan.
1/3 of the Black Legacy.
Not the eyes. What was that?
Yeah, I saw that too. I thought I was like,
what
wait,
was that?
Did you have a moment?
Yeah, I had a brain fart.
And the fact that it read on his face because he was like,
I thought it was just me. I was like, wait,
help me, help me, nigga, help me.
Yeah, that's all I got. I can't remember. Sorry.
He's like, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Be sure to tune in and subscribe to the Blurred's Eye View Facebook page, Blurred's Eye View, and the YouTube page for the latest updates in the Blurred world. Check us out also on Instagram, Blurred's_Eye View, all lowercase. Tune in next Saturday as we continue to showcase our other POC creatives in many fields and genres. Until next mission, I'm your host, General Chris Fury.
I just remember before you do your affirmation. Natasha, I'm gonna be dropping that VA song on my Patreon, which is the male version of OnlyFans. So look up for that. It's gonna be called VA in the Heat.
Jesus.
All right, go ahead.
Until next mission, I'm your host, General Chris Fury, along with DC and Candy B. Remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others.
Rocket blasting us again.
Oh my God! Prepare for trouble.
I wanted to do that. Actually, I was gonna hit you up and say, let's do that. Memorize it and just fuck with Chris.
I would, I do it. We gotta get that one time.
Jesse,
James, the world from devastation.
People within our nations.
I'll be meow. I'll be meow. I'll be meow.
Rockets.
Yeah, that make that trouble. Yeah.
Hit us with the wobba fat. That nigga came in with everything.
Out of nowhere, my nigga dropped out of the ball like wobba fat.
And be sure to encourage yourself and others. We're getting ready to head out of here. We're getting ready to head out of here,
Chris,
dude.
I'm sorry.
We're heading out of here.
Wobba fat.
Wobba fat.
Wobba fat. Wobba fat.
We're getting ready to head out of here and do Blur. Head to the Blur there. We're gonna do Blurred's Eye View after Blur. We're probably gonna be talking about who knows sequels and do we need them. Until next time, Chris Fury and the crew. We're out.
Wobba fat.